Good afternoon. My name is Niko House, and I'm the host of the political radio show Mikasa at Sukasa. And I urge you all to join our One Follow, $1 campaign, where we show the mainstream media that if they will not tell the story of truth, then we will support those who will. You can support the campaign by donating $1 to the Patreon link below. Don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell if you want to see more videos. So I am a little bit taken aback. Well, not really. It's been a crazy election year. It's been a crazy year after the election year. I'm not actually surprised by what's been taking place here in this great state of Florida. I love Florida. I love Miami. I love South Florida. But there's a lot of corruption on both sides of the fence. But specifically, what we're more familiar with in South Florida is the Democratic corruption. By those who align themselves with Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the establishment Dems, and the Clinton camp. And then here we have another example of just that. So as you all know, Tim Canova ran against Debbie Wasserman Schultz and ran an absolutely fantastic and record-breaking campaigns in many ways. I mean, just the amount of money and individual donations that he raised, the amount of support he got for such a, not a small election, it was a local election really, because he was running for the House seat, but his support was really national and in many cases international as well. Well, he lost, and of course, like many of us, immediately questioned it. And although he did not challenge the results immediately, what he did sue for is ballot access. Well, not ballot access. What he sued for was access to the ballots. Not necessarily the same thing. But he did sue for access to the ballots so that we could review them and do an audit process, which I think, whether you win or lose, is actually an honorable thing to do anyway, because we want to make sure that the election process, the electoral process, is taken seriously and can be trusted. And right now, we have no security that any of those things are true. So we need to do that, especially in an election as controversial as this, in the process of a primary that was as controversial as the Democratic primary at the presidential level. So when Tim Canova filed for this, which was last year, he was never granted access to the ballots. They were supposed to give him access to it, and actually, Jared and Elizabeth Beck, the ones who are litigating the DNC fraud lawsuit, actually were the ones who did this for him. We got nothing back whatsoever. So then Tim has decided to sue to see the ballots. When he did so, they destroyed the paper ballots. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not like, oh, they threw them in a trash can. No, they destroyed the paper ballots. And there has been absolutely no ramifications for what has taken place. In an article by the CS Monitor, it says that the supervisor's destruction of the documents comes at a time of intense public alarm over the potential attempts by Russia and other foreign powers to hack the American election system. How ironic is that, right? It seems like the biggest threat to our electoral integrity isn't coming from Russia or anybody overseas, but primarily from those who are supposed to be protecting that electoral integrity. I just want to tell you what the laws say about this type of behavior. So, Florida actually requires the retention of records related to a federal election for 22 months. That would mean that the documents from August 2016 primary election would not become eligible for routine destruction until late June of 2018. Florida's regulations also prohibit destroying records that are subject to public records or requests for a lawsuit. Oh God, you mean like the lawsuit that Tim Canova just filed? Yes, just like that one. How convenient. Yeah. When the public agency has been notified that a potential cause of action is pending or underway, the agency should immediately place a hold on disposition of any and all records related to that cause. Clearly, a lawsuit for access to paper ballots is probable cause to think that the lawsuit is about paper ballots. that you're about to destroy. And you should not destroy the paper ballots that the lawsuit is about. I'm just, reading the regulations as they are. Now, this is problematic on, well, several reasons. This should be national news. It's not. It's in, CS Monitor, a Christian Science Monitor, which I'm, not, throwing any type of shade at the Christian Science Monitor. What I am throwing shade at, however, is the fact that this is not national news. Someone requested access to paper ballots. Someone who was very popular, someone who was in one of the most popular races in the country. When he requested those ballots in a form of a lawsuit, they were illegally destroyed, and they know exactly who ordered the destruction of the paper ballots, and yet it is not in regular news. Yet we are once again seeing no punishment being discussed, seeing no course of action being taken outside of what Tim Canova himself is trying to do. And once again, probably nobody will be prosecuted. And people are curious as to why we have almost zero faith in our electoral system. I'd be interested to know what you think about this. Like, share, comment below. Please join that $1 $1 campaign by joining that Patreon link below. And also donate, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and always remember, ladies and gentlemen, find your balance.